We're backstage at the Government Coolhouse Complex, joined by Josh, Gabriel, and Dave Dresden.
And a toilet.
And a toilet, yeah. It's never worked under these situations before. Back of a cab, yes, but... oh, thanks. We need it. You guys together, first time in quite a while in Canada. Looking forward to a set?
We are super excited. Plus, the DJ booth is all redesigned, and it's great. It looks like a great night.
I haven't been this excited for a gig in quite a while.
Now, this is your tool room set, I guess you could say.
I mean, Tool Room CD just represents where we are DJing-wise. So yeah, I'd say that CD is probably not unlike the things you'll hear tonight.
You won't hear it in the same order in any, but it'll be completely by accident if we play it in that order.
How did you go about setting that up? Did Mark come to you?
Mark Knight approached us. He said, "Hey, do you guys want to?" What first happened is we played at their night Ministry of Sound in London, and I think he liked what he heard, and at the Winter Music Conference said, "Hey, do you guys want to mix a CD for us?" And we were kind of like,
and I was
we were flattered because at the time we were big supporters and fans of his label, and so we said, "Sounds like a good fit."
Yeah, there was a lot of great tracks on that label last year that we killed, like Dave Spoon at Night and Mark Knight. What was that record? Susan. And there was just like 10 records that we killed last year. So being on their label was like, wow, cool.
Now, did you get the chance to pick your own stuff, or did they give you a pool of stuff to go
we picked
for?
our own stuff.
Yeah. How did you go about doing that?
We just, we picked from the tracks that we were DJing at the moment, and put out the word to our producer friends, and made a bunch of remixes and edits for the CDs.
I always find that when you're looking for good music, you never find it. So we just went about it way more organically, like what resonated over time, what would sound good in this spot that we heard, stuff like that. We put word out to a couple people, but it was really informal, to be honest.
Do they have you lined up maybe to do a couple remixes for them?
Well, we did the Colombian Soul remix as part of the album, but there's nothing else that we've talked about. I mean, we're in the middle of working on an Indane album, so we don't really have time for remixes. Although, that being said, we're about to start a Faithless remix.
Yeah. Then they might put out one of our singles, which will be a surprise.
So what do you have coming up for Organized Nature then?
The next release is Summit, which is just out now, which is my new solo track. That's exclusive on Beatport right now until like December 1st when the release comes out. The next one is Monochrome Pearl, which was a track that we signed after hearing it and judging it, part of the Heineken Thirst Studio Global Contest.
Vegas.
And they're from Romania, these guys. So that, and then we have Deep Flexion.
There's Mike Bush. That's his
second single. So we just have a bunch of stuff coming out, and we have a new path as well.
Now, do you guys play different when you are apart versus solo night versus a together night?
Well, we always play together. So I mean, the nights that we play separately.
He's representing.
I'm representing Gabriel and Dresden. So I mean, if I played by myself, I'd probably play different. If Dave played by himself, he'd probably play very different. But I think
it's funny. It's actually really funny if you heard us play separately, how you understand who we are in the duo. Because I'm the one who will play some goofball off the wall record like Supersonic, the '80s record, and Josh will play something way more, serious and deep, and then he's the serious one and I'm the goofball. But he's actually goofy too.
Do you have any solo projects coming out, or is everything kind of tied together?
Well, I'm working on some singles that's going to be for an upcoming solo album, and that's just to sort of experiment with production stuff. And Dave and we're working on the Indane record. That's our big project.
That's really been taking a lot of time because we wrote the songs, we made every melody.
I think you'd be surprised at what it sounds like. It's not like.
And then now we're recording all the instruments. I'm realizing how much of an undertaking it is because you're almost rewriting the song. So it's an interesting process that we're going to learn a lot from.
Now, is it a very different thing to go against an album like that that's not as club oriented or even? I don't know what the word would be
it's exactly. It's not even a dance record.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
It's more like indie rock.
This is going to be our statement that we're producers as well, and that's how we want to be viewed: producers, DJs, entertainers, songwriters.
Now, I know you do all the remix. You have done remixes in the past of pop artists and stuff like that. Would you take on production of a pop artist as the producer role?
Totally.
Absolutely. That would be so much fun to be able to
apply what we do to somebody else's music in a process.
And for BT, it worked really well for producing an NSYNC single. I mean, even though that maybe not necessarily what he sounds like, but he influenced pop music in a way by producing a pop band. So it's like you change music if you get to put your thing into a popular spin.
And we'll wrap it up quickly because you guys got to go on. What's coming up between now and the end of the year?
Just more Andane stuff and this Faithless remix that we're working on.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And where are you at New Year's?
Avalon in Hollywood.
Should be a good party.
That's going to be an amazing
It's
party.
going to be an organized nature party.
Yeah.
All of our homies.
New Year's Eve. All right.
Now we'll leave the washroom here and head on out to the night. Yeah, wait.
It's garbage, mate. It's garbage.